Hello, guys, and welcome to the gaming news update for this week for this Friday. Of course, we've got some more games to talk about. The fact that Silent Hill Ascension, which is the interactive TV series, is going to be getting its premiere on PlayStation, Xbox in October. Obviously, October 31st is when the Halloween itself is when the first episode will be dropping. If you want to check out the interactive TV series as it begins on Halloween night 2023, will be your first chance to see the first episode of this new Silent Hill experience. As well as that, PlayStation Store is celebrating Halloween with over 500 prices cut on horror titles to celebrate Halloween, and it's going to be available until the 1st of November. So you have until then to take advantage of Halloween and a selection of Halloween themed games, horror games to celebrate Halloween 2023 on the PlayStation Store. And the same goes on Xbox as part of the Shocktober sale, which is their Halloween sale for 2023. Now, speaking of Xbox, we did find out from Phil Spencer that he's not going to be using Xbox to promote, to try and, well, Call of Duty to lure people onto the Xbox platform. But he also does say that he kind of does seem to suggest that there's not going to be any some platform exclusivity beta anymore for Call of Duty. So there may not be exclusivity for Call of Duty within the next year, which definitely sounds very promising. The fact that exclusivity deals with Call of Duty may be off the table come next year's Call of Duty title, which is going to be a huge deal if indeed this is a hint of things to come for Call of Duty in 2023. It looks like the exclusivity deals are out of the window come next year's title. Then, of course, we did get some news that Netflix is hoping to try and get GTA to compete with PlayStation, which you can read more in the link in the description if you want to see some of the details regarding that. And then, of course, on top of this, we did find out that some more PlayStation Plus Premium Retro releases are going to be getting some trophies in the near future, and that trophies are going to be making their way onto PC at some point. So yes, PC owners may be able to get their hands on trophies in the near future, which would be good for the PC community who's been getting PlayStation titles on PC recently. Also, Marvel Spider-Man 2's been promoted itself. Of course, today is the launch day of that title, but it has released a cereal box promotion earlier in the week, which is going to be available exclusively online for you to purchase if you fancy getting your hands on it. And of course, Spider-Man 2's been promoted like crazy over the last obviously with its recent launch trailer for Spider-Man 2 over the last few days. And then, of course, Assassin's Creed Red could be going head to head with Rise of the Ruin in 2024, as they both could be releasing near enough the same time as each other, which is when they're hoping to where Ubisoft is hoping to release the next Assassin's Creed title for the PlayStation, being titled Red. And then there's also a secret update for the PS5 that makes it possible to check for patches on games in your library, which is really cool. So you can now use that as part of the deal. There's also been a super secret Soulborn for PS5 as part of a research that took place in London recently in the last week, which is very telling. There's also been talks that PS5 DualSense controllers could one day let you charge your wireless earbuds as a potential feature for the DualSense controllers down the road, which would be which would be huge for that company, of course, if Sony are able to pull it off. Other news, we did get the launch of Diablo 4's Season of the Blood, which finally got its trailer, and I know there's been a lot of backlash towards some of the stuff regarding the trailer, and I'll be interested to see if any of you guys have been checking out the new season of Diablo that just launched this past week. And then, of course, Dead Space Remake is going to be getting a release on EA Play. It'll be dropping on the 26th of October. So from next week, you'll be able to play Dead Space Remake on the EA Play if you want to check out this game that came out at the start of the year, which is great and it's perfect and it's in time for Halloween. Now, in terms of Phasmophobia's console release, unfortunately, it will not be making its Halloween deadline, as unfortunately it's been delayed indefinitely, meaning that we could be seeing the game come out in early 2024, maybe even late 2024. Potentially. It might be at the end of 2024 when Phasmophobia finally gets its PS5 release, PS5, PlayStation VR2, and Xbox Series X um, release window. So yes, unfortunately, they've said they had to delay so they can have more time to optimize the game. So hopefully, we'll be hearing some more updates in the next few months, and so we'll know exactly when we can expect Phasmo to make its debut on console. But it's looking that it's probably looking very likely to be in 2024 when we'll see the console debut of Phasmophobia. And then we found out, of course, that PS5 was topping the charts in September, despite Starfield that had a very successful September in the US, which is really good to hear that it's been doing very well in the US recently. There's also been a bundle and save discount on PlayStation Plus where you can save £30 off on 2 PS5 products on the Sony's on Sony's PlayStation Direct site, and I'll leave a link in the description if you want to see more about this deal that's currently taking place. And then we found out recently that Sony actually donated $2 million to the Himran Aid in Glasgow and Israel. They've been teaming up with both Red Cross and UNIFER, and they've basically been donating the efforts that have been going on in Israel recently. So that's good to hear that Sony's been supporting these charities over the last 24 hours, which is really cool. Spider-Man 2 is going to be getting a post-launch update later this year where they're going to be adding a new game plus, as well as mission replays are going to be a thing in Spider-Man 2. So you can expect that to arrive at the end of the year when they'll be giving us some very cool, unique updates, features that are going to be coming to Spider-Man 2. And then, of course, we found out that the PS5 Slim is going to be potentially launching in the States on the 8th of November with a Marvel Spider-Man 2 bundle. And then it's going to be released on standalone from the 10th of November. At least this is what's been discussed. And the fact that the PS5 Slim Spider-Man 2 bundle could be priced at $560, whilst the standard will be, and of course the standard, this basically means it will make it £90 cheaper, $50 cheaper if you want to get the Spider-Man 2 with the new PS5 Slim model, which is looking to come out by the 8th of November. If the rumors are true, then yes, this is when we could be seeing the launch of the PS5 Slim in the US as soon as the 8th of November, which is looking very, very promising that is going to be the launch of when it's going to be shipping in the US. If you're in the US and want to get your hands on the PS5 Slim. Speaking of PS5, PS5 sales have been going up to in terms of PS5 sales, they've been going up 155% within the last year. They've been running riot across Europe over the last few months, which is great to see that PS5s have been doing very well across Europe in terms of sales. And in fact, even Sony's been potentially preparing for major gaming acquisitions due to the Activision Blizzard and Microsoft deal going through, which we'll see what happens there in terms of their plans for future acquisitions. System Shock 2 is going to be getting the PS5 release down in the next few months, which will be something to look out for if you're looking to of System Shock. And also, there's even Insomniac is considering to maybe do a Venom spin-off game down the road. So that'll be a nice little treat to finally get a Venom title. Potentially, Venom could get a game on his own on the PlayStation at some point. That'll be pretty cool, considering the fact that they've been working on Wolverine. Maybe this could be another game we could see after Wolverine down the road. might be a really cool game to check out if you're a fan of Spider-Man. Maybe Venom will get his own spin-off game down the road by Insomniac Games, who have been killing it with the Spider-Man series. And then in terms of Xbox news, of course, they've in terms of Xbox news, there's of course there's going to be a free trial of Diablo coming to Xbox. That's going to be kicking off from the 19th, obviously kicking off now until the 22nd, where all Xbox members will be able to have access a 10-hour gameplay trial, which is now live for you to check out on the on Xbox if you want to try out Diablo 4. It's a part of a surprise addition to Xbox Free Play Days if you want to check out Diablo 4 if you're an Xbox player, which is pretty nice. And then and the fact that there could be another update for Redfall coming in the coming months. So there could be some updates coming up there, but in the meantime, really, that is pretty much all the and of course there's going to be, and also the Xsphere has showcased the Xbox games in Las Vegas, which is to coordinate with TwitchCon, which is coming up. So yeah, and also recently Microsoft have released a new trailer promoting obviously Hellblade 2 and a few of the upcoming games as part of their latest advertising campaign that just went out yesterday. So yes, so with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll definitely have some more gaming news when there's more to report. So see you then.